is when God's saying like, I told you no. Those tickets were already sold out. I told you no, it wasn't for you to go. And you still went and bought that ticket. Okay. So now you're going and you're not going to enjoy yourself. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's been every time I record, it's been such a long time since I last recorded. I don't know, like sitting behind the camera always feels so weird. Like it doesn't get normal. It doesn't, like it just feels weird all the time. Anyway, and today I'm gonna be telling you guys about a little story time or whatever about the worst weekend of my life. And it wasn't even a weekend, it was like 24-28 hours maximum. So yeah, so this is about the time I went to Reading Festival, absolutely hated it, and lasted a day. Yeah, so I was really excited to go. You know, it was the end of the summer holidays, and in my school it was kind of like a tradition to go after your GCSEs. It was kind of like God was always telling me from the get that it wasn't for me to go, you know, because I never actually got a ticket. I had to buy a ticket of someone else. So for you who don't know, Reading is a festival in Reading, and it's a weekend thing. You have to camp, and it's just dirty and whatever. And okay, but we're gonna get into that because yeah, so I really wanted to go, but I never got my ticket in time. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so annoyed, I'm not gonna be able to go. But then I found someone who was selling a ticket. I was like, you know what, let me buy that. So I went and bought this ticket. And then this is when God's saying like, I told you no, those tickets were already sold out. I told you no, it wasn't for you to go, and you still went and bought that ticket. Okay, so now you're going and you're not going to enjoy yourself. So that's what God was telling me, but I just didn't want to listen. I just didn't want to listen because Gabby just knows everything, doesn't she? Like, so I'm going now. My mom's always like, Gabby, you need to bring jumpers and blankets. It's going to be cold. I'm like, girl, it's going to be sunny. It's going to be hot. I don't need a jacket. It's fine. I just need one jumper to go to bed in. Simple. Again, who told me that I know everything? Because I don't. Now I know that I was so stupid. And my dad dropped me because he was going in that direction, and my friends was already there. They was already all set up because they went in the morning, I went in the afternoon. Yeah, so the first thing that happened is that my mom gave me this bottle that I was going to drink there. So she gave me a big ass bottle of Malibu, and she was like, here you go, take this, drink it, but behave, you know, like pattern, like don't overdo it, but just take this bottle for the weekend and make it last the weekend, you know. When I get to Reading now, the first 2 minutes of my time there, they're searching, because obviously Reading is known for like taking drugs. Like it is a druggy central. Like I'm not even, when I say I'm not even being rude, like if you take drugs, that's your business. That's not my business, that's your business, that's your brain, that's all getting fucked up, that's you, and that's fine. If you're happy with that, great. But it's druggy central, like, and I don't take drugs, nothing, just a quick little alcohol from time to time. So, you know, as I'm going through, everyone's walking through, and like 1 out of 20 people is, okay, like 1 out of 10 people is being stopped. And I'm like, listen, I look calm, like, you can just tell, like, I'm clean, like, I don't have anything on me. They won't stop me. And then they stopped me. They stopped me. What am I, like, all these little druggies that are around looking already cracked up out of their heads, but they stopped me. Sorry, okay. So then obviously they were like, oh, how old are you? And at the time I was 16. So they were like, oh, are you carrying any drugs or any alcohol? And they were like, if you don't tell us now, we will find it and we won't get into the centre. And I was like, you know what, I'm actually carrying a bottle, like I have to get in. So I was like, you know what, I'm carrying a bottle. And then she was like, okay, I'm gonna have to take that off you. I said, why? Like, I was just trying to argue it. I was like, no, like, it's fine, I'm not carrying any drugs. She was like, you're carrying alcohol, you're underage, give me the bottle. So then tell me why after that bottle, she then decides to take out all my clothes, all my toiletries, all my makeup, everything that was in my bags, she took out. I'm getting a bit angry now because I'm like, I literally told you I'm not carrying anything. Like, I understand you deal with a lot of druggies every day, but I'm not carrying anything. Stop touching my shit. And then her co-worker comes that, if you want to give my colleague attitude, you can get out and we'll throw all your things away. Huh? What? She didn't find anything that she was looking for because there was nothing there. I don't take drugs, that's not me. So she put everything back and I just walked off. I was like, bitch. Like, I was so angry because she literally just wasted 20 minutes of my time searching my shit, taking everything out, when I could smell the next person with a whole sack of weed. But you're checking me, okay, all right, okay. You know, if you've ever been to Reading, there's different campsites, because obviously it's such a big thing, there's different campsites, so there's like red, green, purple, yellow, orange, white, brown, I think, but there's like an order on how far they are. So of course my friends picked the furthest one. They had to pick the furthest one, and I called them and I was like, oh, like, are you guys gonna come and help me with my bags, because I'm not gonna have like 3 big heavy bags that can you help me. They're like, oh, we're like 40 minutes away. Huh? Sorry, are we in the same Reading? Is Reading even 40 minutes wide? What? I just said, what? The journey was 40 minutes. I walked for an hour and a half trying to find my friends. I kept going in the wrong directions. I literally went down one camp centre, then I asked the next person, they told me I had to go down there, asked the next person I had to go front, back, forward, everything. Like, I couldn't even ask anyone for directions because everyone was gone. And then I see them, I'm like, oh my gosh, finally. I hug them, I'm like, thank you, I found you. This was the longest and heaviest journey of my life. And they take me to the tent. It's quite a small tent, but you know, it fitted 3 of us. And I went to the tent, put my stuff away, just chilled for a little bit and whatever. I can't really remember what happened that night. Nothing really happened. Some of them went to some in the middle of the night disco, but me, I like my sleep. So I think I chilled for a little bit. This was the night before any of the music actually started, so I was just chilling. I was just talking with my friends, whatever. But the 2 girls who I was in a tent with, so one of the girls I didn't really know that well, and then so she was with people that I didn't really know, and then obviously our mutual friend knew those people too, so they was with them, and I was just like, me, I'm not the best at, you know, socializing sometimes. With me, you kind of have to get lucky. Like, one day I'll be chatting to everyone, next day I'm literally just like. So it really depends what day you catch me on, to be honest, like, you know. So yeah, so I didn't really know what to do. I was like, you know what, I'm tired. It's been a long ass journey. Let me get some sleep or whatever, you know? And the worst thing, the way our tent was positioned was in the corner of a crossroad. So every single druggie at every hour of the night was screaming and running and hitting my tent because they couldn't walk in a straight line. Me, I'm just so stupid. So obviously, I left my blanket at home, dropped my, like, not my sleeping bag, but the thing you put under your sleeping bag to make it more comfortable to sleep on the floor, dropped that somewhere on the way. So I was there, freezing cold, basically sleeping on grass, nothing to sleep on, just my sleeping bag and a small jumper in fuck off freezing cold weather. So the next day I was like, okay, you know what, let me just wait till today because the music's actually going to start playing today. I'm going to see I'm going to see Post Malone, I'm going to see this, I'm going to see this, I'm going to see that. So I'm like, cool, it's going to be fun, you know, it's going to be a good day. So obviously I bought the cutest outfits. I just looked so cute. My outfit was like festival ready. So I was really excited. We was all going to go to the main stage together, meet the rest of the girls who were in another camp. So we was all gonna meet up together, and that was cool. And it was a good start to the day, you know, it wasn't too bad. But then pretty early in the day, it starts raining in August. It just starts raining and pouring and pouring. And then all my friends are like, oh my gosh, no, we're going back to the tent, like this is too much. I was like, I really did not pay money to just come and sit in a tent. I'm going to go and listen to some artists. So that is what I did. And then I find these 2 girls. So the way I met these 2 girls is my outfit got stuck onto her outfit, and we were like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. And then I just chilled with them because they could see I was by myself. They were like, oh, do you want to chill with us? And we're just chilling and we're dancing and whatever. And then she's like, oh my gosh, like, so have you done any drugs since you've been here? I said, nah, I don't do drugs, haven't done anything. And you know, she was like, yeah, I took some ket last night, it was so good. It was just like, I was just conked out. And I said, oh my gosh, what is this? What is this? What is, like, I was like, what is this? And then she's like, oh my gosh, like, I'm gonna get some later, do you want to get some ket with us? And then she's bringing me over to her friends, and they're all doing ket right in front of me, and I'm like, get me out of this place. I'm looking, and they're like, oh, do you want some? Man said horse tranquilizer. Horse tranquilizer, you want me to eat horse tranquilizer? That's what you want me to do? I said, you know what, I'm gonna catch you later. I took her number and I cut out. Because I went back to the tent for a little bit, it was raining. When the rain settled down a little bit more, we went back to the main stage and we was listening to Post Malone. And I think that was the best half an hour of my time there. Like, it was genuinely good. I was singing, I was dancing, Post Malone's my babes or whatever. I find him really attractive. A lot of people don't. I find Post Malone very attractive. I don't know why. That finishes, and then they wanted to go and see some bands or whatever, and it just was not my style of music. So I just said, you know what, I'll catch you later. I never even told you guys about the worst part. toilets. The toilets. The toilets is what made me leave. If you're any bigger than me, you would not fit in. If you're any bigger than me, you would not fit in. Like literally any bigger than my shoulders, you are not going to fit in. And people, when I tell you, I've never smelled anything so bad. I can smell it now just thinking about it. If you've been to Reading, you know that those toilets stink of shit, of everything you can imagine is what that smells of. And I was like, you know what, this is enough. Enough is enough. I just couldn't do it. Like, it's not my style of life, you know. So all through that time, I've been through harassment with security guards, longest journey to find my tent, most uncomfortable night of my life, twisting, turning all night, lost my friends at least 3 times, got offered care. But because my dad was already like in the area, I was like, no, you know what, I'm gonna come pick you up, whatever. So I was in the tent again by myself, you know, that lovely comfortable sleep or whatever. So I wake up first thing in the morning, I told the girls that, oh yeah, like I'm leaving, like nothing personal, I hate this place. I can't camp, I'm just not the guy for it, it's not for me. And then they walked me halfway, they carried my bags half the way for me, and then I took that same long ass journey, found my dad, and when I got in that car, I was so happy. There was heating, there was a seat that could accompany my bum, like it was just like the seat was so comfortable, my bum was comfortable, like I was so happy. So that's the story of how I spent less than 30 hours in Reading. It was a good experience. I think it's good that I went, so at least like, I know it's not for me, but I will never ever go back. And to be honest, if you don't take drugs, I wouldn't even recommend it, because I feel like the people who did take drugs were like to me, yeah, like it's so much better when you're high. If you want to listen to good music, you can go wireless. Like you don't need to spend money like that to go and just take drugs. Like, if it's not for you, it's not for you, or whatever. So that was my story. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Just talking about this just giving me trauma, so you know, keep it nice and short. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below if you've ever been to Reading Festival, if you enjoyed it or if you hated it like me, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. Bye guys.